To understand the world, one just simply needs to start with Disney. Take Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He's shown as the freak of France. He is viewed as the staying weak and incapable of escaping the cathedral he's trapped in. Knowing that he has the power, he overthrows these beliefs, ultimately becoming accepted into the French society. The Beast from Beauty and the Beast shares a similar problem. He is hated by the villagers for who he is due to his looks. Only Belle can see the true beauty within. In both of these cases, the physical deformity reflects the opposite of the truth. In Finding Nemo, the message is a bit different. Nemo struggles to swim due to his small fin. However, after many plot advances, he learns how to see it as a lucky fin. It becomes part of who he is. The same is true in Dumbo. Dumbo, born with his large ears, is made fun of. However, after saving the circus, he sees them as a good thing. They helped him fly, and they helped save the people around him. Both of these characters had to learn how to overcome their differences. Unlike these two, Captain Hook never learns to cope with the loss of his hand, always looking for ways to get back at Peter Pan. The same is true in The Lion King. As young children, Mufasa leaves Scar with the mark that gives him his name. Scar remains hateful, eventually killing his brother. Both of these characters never learn to cope with their differences, always seeking revenge. Between all the characters, these markings call attention to themselves and signify some psychological or thematic point the writer wants to make. These physical markings play numerous roles. They allow a character to be different. They represent specific characteristics, show the mental state of a character, foreshadow events, describe past events, and very often show how one character can overcome. Besides Disney, the most well-known example of this to our generation is Harry Potter. His scar is a constant reminder to him of the loss of his parents, the fact that he is different, his struggle with good versus evil, and his destiny. These memorable marks have been present in literature for ages. Characters from Frankenstein's monster to the Phantom of the Opera to Oedipus, all characters who are as famous for their shape as for their behavior. The marking they bear stands as an indicator for the damage life inflicts. With this established, you should now have a better understanding of how to read into character deformities like a professor. So let's break down the life of Pi. Paseen Patel is portrayed with a smaller statue, representing the way he carries himself. He is small in ego when put up against his brother. He is timid, he is the next goat, as his brother states. Later on, Pi goes blind. The physical darkness around him is representative of the figurative darkness that is found in the scene, as Pi reaches what many consider to be his lowest low.
Only an echo.
Wait, I am here.
Could be
No, it's me,
that this would end
my friend.
and wasting away.
Stay. Ah!
When his journey finally comes to an end, Pi talks of his bleached skin, a symbol of the journey he has just completed, of its length and draining tasks. It shows how faded his mental state has become. He is almost no longer himself. The villagers who found him teeter between believing he is a naturally brown-skinned boy and a very dirty white boy. Despite these physical markings, the greatest mark on Pi was his name.
Before I was born, he said, if you want your son to have a clean soul, you must take him one day to swim in the Piscine Molitor. I never understood why my father took this so much to heart. But he did. And I was named Piscine Molitor Patel. Imagine me trying to explain that name. I barely made it to the age of 11 before...
Are you pissing right now? Look at him, he is pissing.
With one word, my name went from an elegant French swimming pool to a stinking Indian latrine. I was pissing everywhere.
No pissing in the schoolyard.
Even the teachers started doing it. Not deliberately, of course.
So then, what might occur if we release gas too quickly? Pissing?
He said pissing, guys.
As a child, Pasine's name, what meant to be something beautiful, became the opposite. Both the French interpretation of swimming pool and the English interpretation of resembling fish would hint at the circumstances Pi would later face. The bullying by his peers also led to a mental scar. It was a barrier he never overcame. Instead of embracing it, he put something new in its place.
Listen, sir.
Piscine Patel.
Good morning. I am Pisin Molitor Patel, known to all as Pi, the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, which is also used in mathematics to represent the ratio of any circle's circumference to its diameter. An irrational number of infinite length, usually rounded to 3 digits, as 3.14 pi.
This new name brought forth infinite new potential. The Greek letter symbolizes a roof, like the one the nickname placed over Pi's emotions, keeping them safe. It also foreshadowed much of Pi's irrational journey. Pi is the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, alluding to Pisin's age when the ship crashes, 16. Once we discover Pi was stranded for 227 days, we can look at the fact that 22 divided by 7 is also Pi, intertwining his new journey and the one that started when he was younger. Pisin Patel's journey from being a prince in his own little world to a slave of the sea shows how true Froster's words ring as he states, "No matter how careful or how fortunate we might seem to be, we don't get through life without being marked by the experience."